I'd like me a splash of whiskey to wash the trail dust off in my gullet and keep my singing voice in fettle.
What you're about to see is a Channel 4 News exclusive.
We have to get on. We have so much time and so little to do. Strike that. Reverse it.
Welcome back, family and friends, to another episode of Independent Joe. And tonight, what we got for you is a new series, kind of an extension of the series I did at the end of last year, where I had fellow whiskey tubers come on and we had tasted whiskey and then we tried it out and stuff like that. Well, this is kind of that same type of series, but it could be anything now. So we're doing one of these a month on this channel where we taste the spirit. It could be whiskey, it could be rum, it could be cognac, it could be tequila, it could be anything. It could be scotch, it could be anything. It could be anything. Anything means anything. So we're going to be doing that throughout this year. Only 12 of them. Next month will be maybe a different spirit, maybe the same type of spirit. You won't know until we taste it together and we try to figure it out. Well, the person that I'm drinking with tries to figure it out. So hopefully, we can kind of, I guess, challenge our taste buds a little bit, and then we can and taste what we give you, I guess, convey what we're tasting, what we think about it, if it's even worth a purchase. So that's kind of what the angle I'm going with. So at the end of last year, I ended the season with one of my good friends of Whiskey Tube, Darrell Stewart. And he was kind enough to be the opener for this series, and I appreciate him. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him on from Hello Again, Whiskey Friends. I'm going to bring on Darrell.
Cheers, everybody! Loving the shirt, man. You're so quick with it too. Like,
this is old school. This is, you guys change your logo now.
I remember the first time. I don't know if we had you on or what it was, but when we created it, I do remember you doing that. But infamous, man. Somebody makes a channel, then boop, next show for you. You got the shirt already pressed on, man. That's pretty cool.
Well,
appreciate you having me,
are you nervous about this one? Of course,
curious about it. Not nervous, but curious.
Okay. We're not professionals, but we pretend to be on Whiskey Tube. We like to have fun with it. We like to enjoy these pours and test our palates and see what we're getting and stuff like that. As you can see, it's pretty dark. I covered mine for a little bit. We're gonna let it air out a little bit.
Mine's just been sitting, but oh man, digging it. Nice and dark, makes me think. Has a decent amount of age, or just some really, really heavy barrel influence just by looking at it. The colors, lovely.
Yeah, I can't wait to. I got some of the particulars right here. I don't think you can see it off the reflection off this cup right here, but
let me zoom in.
I got some of the information right here, and again, it's not really too much information. So for the most part, we're going to be just kind of guessing, like, giving the audience what we think it tastes like. Yeah. Then we're going to go into kind of like what we think it is, or what you think it is, and then I guess whether it's a buy or not, and then we'll go over all the particulars once we pull out the bottle and show how. Like how our palates, kind of, because it doesn't really matter. Taste is taste. You're either going to like it or you're not going to like it. And that goes for whiskey, that goes for any other spirit. So,
yeah,
and I thought this would be something fun to do with great people such as yourself. So I appreciate you again for doing this with me.
Appreciate you having me. I'm catching aromas and it's literally like almost at hand's length for me. It's here. And I know it now. When I first poured it, that wasn't the case, but geez. Wow.
Yeah, especially when you swirl it around a little bit, that air goes right into the nostrils.
Wow, that's wild.
But so for those of you maybe oddly enough not knowing too much about Hello Again Whiskey Friends, can you give a little shout out to your channel and what you guys are all about?
Yeah, so it's me and a couple channel mates, Kelsey Dime and Jeffrey Wack. We collaborate together on Hello Again Whiskey Friends on YouTube. Go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we drop about 3 to 4 different videos literally weekly. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, almost every day for the most part. But stay active, collaborate with a bunch of channels, and just have a good time.
Hells yeah. Man, that is so strong. And I can't believe how strong this is.
I'm keeping my head away so I don't get it. But like, if I was a little closer, I could probably get some sense and some notes off.
I kind of feel like you're gonna get this really quick.
Really?
I think it's so distinctive. I think you might get this one.
Pressure's on.
So, but I mean, I think we'll probably enjoy it. Hopefully, I mean, again, I don't know all the particulars, as I was saying, so we'll figure that out. But let's go ahead and get in on this so that we can share with everybody what we're having. That's what it looks like on screen. Look how dark that is.
Crazy, dude.
In the gloom.
Cheers to you, and cheers everybody watching.
All right, let's nose this thing. Let's see what we're getting.
Oh, geez. Okay.
It just straight up, just dark fruit. Like, you got your plums.
Oh man, is this like a freaking? So it's definitely malty. Immediately, I thought Scotch, but it's so dark that I'm thinking maybe it's like a finished American single malt versus a Scotch, just off the nose.
Yeah, and it's so fruit forward, very, very sweet, really rich in the nose, like its sweetness.
I am digging this nose. If it is Scotch, I can tell you it's not from Islay. It's almost like a Highland. Doesn't come across as like a space side, but it's either Scotch or American single malt, in my opinion, right off the nose. But this smells lovely.
What type of flavors are you getting from it?
So it's like berry forward for me. Like, most single malts are finished, but if this isn't finished, it's surprising. But I'm getting like very dark, like berry notes, blackberry, like jammy, just really jammy.
Okay, yeah, I could see that too. I at first I got plum, and now that you bring up the berries, jam, definitely getting that. So it feels like it's going to be like really like viscous and thick on the palate.
It's coating the glass. Like, see if my Glenn's picking it up, but we'll turn it that way. You can see the ring right around the glass.
Oh yeah, it's coating it.
Is it age stated?
Ooh, no, I'll have to look it up and see if there is an age on this, and I'll have to. If I can't find it today, make sure you check the description. I'll do a little bit more research, and all the particulars will be in the description. Also, in the description will also be the channel for Hello Again Whiskey Friends, a link to that. So make sure you go over there and subscribe. We're gonna go ahead and go on the palate on this. I gotta taste this now. Cheers, brother.
So good. Oh my God! Not even just saying that to say it. Holy crap! All right, I'm going in for a sip.
It's a little lighter on the palate than I thought it was gonna be.
Before even. Oh wow!
It's kind of a weird.
What the heck?
It got weird.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
This almost reminds me of a super proof down version of this weird Balcones that I have. That's like a fig mission spirit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. It has that like fig kind of, when it dries down a little bit, you get that little big resonance of fig Newtons.
Yeah, it's still like berry though, like dark berry. Like, I'm getting fig. But I expected this to actually have a little bit more flavor punch from all the notes you're getting on the nose. Like, the nose is very intense with all the flavor.
Yeah.
And it comes across the palate just light. Like, it's got to be in the 90s for proof. I can't imagine it's above.
Light, but there's like a slight twinge or sting. I don't want to say sting because that might mean to some people that it's harsh, but just slight little like sizzling on your tongue a little bit, and then it kind of calms down, but it doesn't feel like overproofed or whatever. It just has that sizzle as it's drying down. So this is a first for me tasting this particular bottle. So hopefully. So what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I like it. I wish it just had a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
flavor punch, but the note, so palate's good. Not like something I'm like, oh my god, I need to run it by immediately. It's really tasty. The nose on this is incredible. The nose
Yeah.
is just so good.
Yeah, the nose
Oh
definitely
my god.
outshines the palate. But I do think if you once you got like a good sip, a good pour, and it's just sitting there before you actually sip it back,
Yeah.
I guess swallow it. It and then it starts to dry down a little bit. It doesn't like dry up your palate, but it does have something there that's left. I ain't getting too much barrel at all, too much barrel influence,
Mm-mm.
but it does have a little bit of. I don't want to say smoky, like peat or anything like that, but there's a little bit of like a hint of smoke on it.
I can see what you're saying. I wouldn't really say it's peat either, like what you mentioned, but it's something to that right at the far end of the back of
Yeah.
the palate for me, right at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah,
And I almost get like a tiny bitter note, like it's
yeah,
minimal. It's not like drying out, but it definitely, yeah, just a slight bitter note, but the
yeah.
flavor's there. It's just not. It doesn't
It's not
explode in the
consistently
mouth.
going through the whole pour, like from the front of the palate to the back. It's not consistently there.
Yes. What's
Um,
weird
so
about
so what
I'm
what
sorry.
what would you call this pour? What would you think that it is?
I I can't
On the
imagine it
nose,
being.
it tastes so, it smells so familiar. Like you're like, man, I've had this before. Um, Even knowing what it is, it like if I knowing what it is, I'm like, okay, it's definitely not that, but it feels like I've had this before.
So upon first like nose and sip, it makes you think malt, but
Mhm.
it could also be a light flavored, not a light flavored, a rum.
Okay.
To me, like it, I get a lot of the sugar sweetness that I do get off rums, but like I'm pretty certain it's not a Foursquare product because I can pick up that profile typically pretty good.
Yeah.
But it has me second guessing because I immediately thought malt, and Scotch, but it's so dark, and for you and it's not really like a hint or anything, but for you to say that it's not age stated, typically most scotches are going to be age stated, especially at this color.
No, I'm not saying it's not age stated. I just don't know. I didn't see the bottle or anything
Oh,
like
okay.
on the
Okay.
bottle. Like I gotta look it up and see when you see the bottle, you'll understand why. But
Like
but
it's
this is my first pour, and just real easy, really nice sipper. It leaves you wanting a little bit more, I'd say, at the end. Once it dries down a little bit, leaves you wanting more. But I think maybe maybe that's their goal. They want you to keep sipping it to retain those flavors.
I think if I had to put my money on it, as much as I thought malty, I think it may be a rum, just a
Okay.
low proof rum, like a 90 proofer or maybe even an 80 proofer.
Uh-huh.
80 just seems really low. I haven't drank 80 in a long time from any type of spirit.
Yeah.
So my guess would be maybe like a 90 proof rum.
Okay.
Not sure where from. I don't think it's Barbados. I don't think it's Foursquare. But yeah, like it's either rum or a single malt to me.
Yeah, let me see
But
what I
I'm
got
gonna go.
here.
I'm gonna go with rum, and I'm throwing a shot in the dark right there. I'm not sure, guys. I originally thought malt, man. I got all malt, but now I'm second guessing myself going on the palate. And
All
just some
right,
of the
so
notes that I picked up.
we'll go ahead and squash the guessing now. What is this something that you would pour for yourself? Is this something that you
Yeah,
feel
I
like?
wouldn't mind having this on the bar. Like,
Okay,
I will say, like, I wouldn't. I hope it's not a very expensive bottle because
yeah,
it's good, but it just lacks on some aspects, like the finish just isn't there. And it's lower
Yeah.
proof, which is expected, right? We don't think it's
Yeah.
going to burn us out.
Yeah,
But no, it's
and
definitely
to be fair, I pay $40 for every bottle I get, so
yeah.
I got coupons. I
There
get
you go.
coupons.
Coupons for days.
Okay, so I'm going to read what it is, and as I'm reading it, I will slide it over so that you can kind of see what it is. But it says this is the description of it on one of the websites, and so I didn't go too far into it. So I'm just going to read the description for you guys.
Hopefully,
And it's indulge in the epitome of luxury. With this right here. The Year of the Dragon 2024 limited edition, crafted with precise passion. This exquisite
Japanese
spirit embodies a bold and remarkably smooth that defines it. And I'm leaving out all the other words because I'm kind of conceived by the visionary. And once I say this, you'll probably know what it is. Well, I'll say that last. Meticulously created by esteemed cellar master, so you know it's not a whiskey. Master Michael Casavecchia. This is a limited edition that pays homage to the Year of the Dragon.
Oh my God, what is this dang thing? What the heck is that? It almost looks like it's a Japanese single malt. What is it though? I've never seen. Oh wait, oh no, is it really Douce? What the hell?
It's Douce.
That's interesting. Holy moly. So that explains, and I've had Douce. I've never had the XO. But that explains the jammy berry that we were getting all over the nose, man.
Yeah. So this is a cognac. Unfortunately, I don't have my reading glasses nearby, so I couldn't tell you. But again, look in the description for all the particulars on this. If it's aged at all.
You some particulars on it because I'm familiar with cognac. So XO is going to be a blend between 10 to 30-year-old Oy de Vey grapes.
Okay.
That bottle has no exception. That's their guidelines for it. I've had Hennessy XO a lot, which I love, and you can see like that gold box behind me. That's a Hennessy parody, which they do. It's 30 to 130-year-old Oy de Vey.
Oh wow!
Who knows? I got that 3 years ago, so it has stuff from like 1890 in it, which is kind of nuts.
Wow! That's crazy.
But yeah, I've drank a lot of. I loved cognac. Oh, I still love cognac.
Yeah.
But I drink a lot of the regular version of this, the VSOP, and never had the XO. But it threw me for a loop, not thinking that you would send a cognac, and I know we mentioned it could be whatever. But I thought single malt at first because it was really malty, which is weird because I don't really get malt on cognacs, and they don't use malt.
Oh yeah.
But
it does have that maltiness to it. It feels it does have that feel to it.
And that's 80 proof as well.
Yeah.
Just about most cognacs are going to be 80. Armagnacs have that exception of being a little higher. But yeah, that's 80 proof, 10 to 30-year-old. I guess you would say 10 years old with the minimum, but yeah, 10 to 30. But it's definitely good. I bought plenty of these bottles too for a buddy of mine that I used to work with. He always wanted me to get them because he couldn't get them.
Yeah, well, see, I got the coupons which bring down the price, but even at the price that they have them at, it's not bad. You can find them for around $90 online or in certain stores, but probably in because this was distributed nationwide. So this is the 2024 edition. And I was going to get one of these before one of these XO's black bottles because I have a small bottle of their regular one that they put out. I still never even cracked it, and I was like, and I saw this one come out, and I'm like, well, I haven't tasted it before, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get this one because it was one of the bottles because it usually comes in that black box.
Yeah, yep.
and
That's the
one of these
standard
one of
XO
these
version.
same color bottles. So I thought, well, and at the price, because those other ones actually are priced higher than what this is at $90.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're like $200 to $300 for those ones. I'm like, it's the same thing, just in a 2024 bottle box. So I'm wondering why they're charging so much for it. So
Yeah, that's pretty
on the
crazy.
other ones. But
Yeah, it definitely drinks very easy. Yeah, the color's nuts, hence, the age, like it is pretty well aged. But yeah, that threw me for a loop. Like I thought, like I said, malt, then I thought rum. Like I got off the malt, but yeah, that berry, which I guess I could have picked up, but like I get blackberry and like all those dark notes on a lot of stuff, like rum finish stuff, sherry finish stuff.
yeah. And I still got like leftover fig Newton in my mouth. Ever since you said fig, I'm like, that's
dark,
just there.
Literally,
But,
the fig Newton cookies, man. Like you peel the little doughy pot off the top, and it's just the inside of it, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, everybody. Really appreciate you coming to check us out. Again, check the description for Hello Again Whiskey Friends. Check out their link. Hit that link. Go subscribe. Check out their content. Put comments in some of their videos and what you like about them, stuff like that. So, yeah, really appreciate you again, man. Man, it was so dark. So coating on this, I thought it was gonna like kind of translate to the palate, but I mean, overall, I like it. I tasted it. I'm probably good with this bottle right here. I probably won't go try to stock up on it. It's not something, maybe if it was maybe a little higher proof, maybe a little bit more fuller on the palate, maybe I would go chase it. But I don't know. If you want something that's maybe a little lighter, a little bit different than what you're used to, and it's an easy pour, then this may be something you're looking for. But always find it at the lowest possible price. And also make sure, I know Darrell said a lot of the particulars on it, 10 to 30-year-old blend.
Yep.
And also at 80 proof. And if that's something that, kind of sparks your interest, then check it out. But appreciate you, Darrell. Do you got anything to say before we hang up this phone?
No, just thanks for having me on here, man. Thanks for everybody tuning in. It's a good pour. Like Joe said, nothing like that you got to go break the bank for, but it's tasty, and the nose on this is like crazy. Yeah, that's where it really shines.
It's so good. Yes, definitely where it shines.
Nose is nuts.
Yeah. But I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything that you do. All the people in the squared circle here. Thank you for supporting the channel. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, damn. Okay, I'm not starting. This is a new year. I gotta start. I gotta do something. I gotta get something different. Sorry, everybody. That joke's getting run its course. So, well, I'll figure something out. Cheers, everybody. Love you guys. Thank you for your support. See you on the next one. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.